and instead agreed to perform services that I think the party requires at this stage, and that he is particularly qualified to provide. Those services will include serving on the National Coordinating Committee and bringing his considerable skills to bear on that committee, and also becoming a special advisor to me on environmental matters. And you may be aware of the fact that he served the Commonwealth of the Bahamas as an ambassador to the environment. And his own personal interest in our country has been driven by an interest in the environment, and particularly he has become associated with persons who are promoters of the fact that this country has the opportunity to have a viable fly fishing industry that could provide additional revenues of up to $500 million annually. I have asked Mr. Smith, who's associated with many of the fly fishermen in our country, to give serious consideration in anticipation that the Progressive Liberal Party will form the next government and would in fact benefit from early consideration of all of the dynamics involved in fly fishing and ensuring that Bahamians are integrated fully into the ownership, not just being the guides, the fishing guides, but also into the ownership of fly fishing. So, Mr. Smith.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leader. Mr. Obi Wiscombe, Member of Parliament, and members of the press. I was glad when my leader, the Right Honourable Peter Christie, admonished me to join him in seeking a new direction moving forward in South Andros. And he said to me, Keod, I want you to take on a new mission. A mission which will assist the party in assembling the team, the machine, and the message as we go into the next general election. I'm happy to report this afternoon that I've accepted my leader's call to join the coordinating team for the upcoming general election, as well as serving as a special advisor on environmental matters. I will assiduously apply myself to assisting the Progressive Liberal Party and its candidates in becoming election ready. As for my being special advisor on environmental matters, I am to assist in crafting a functional strategy and implementation plan toward fly fishing as a new touristic product for the Bahamas. It is believed that this niche market which peculiarly fits our unique, pristine marine environment, can ultimately increase our national income by more than $500 million. A significant percentage of such revenue will be directly infused into small island communities such as South Andros, and which has thousands of acres of mangroves and hundreds of square miles of sea flats. Fortunately, this F&M administration has been systematically crowding out the entrepreneurial opportunities of countless Bahamians that could be derived from a carefully devised fly fishing industry. The F&M have been doing this by allowing foreign-based fly fishing entities to own fly fishing or boon fishing lodges in our islands. Now, as we count down the remaining days of this outgoing F&M government. Every single day shall be, and in fact ought to be, a call to action for ambitious Bahamians everywhere who want to advance themselves while moving their country forward. I am talking about unique personal development of every single Bahamian, as well as unique national development through diversification, utilizing our natural resources, our people power, and our ingenuity. Bahamians need to know that they have a voice, and that voice shall be heard, and that we, the PLP, will be motivated by their concerns, and that the people, the Bahamian people's interests, shall once again become the #1 priority of the government of the Bahamas, a government led by Peter Christie. So effective immediately, I shall be about the mission that I have been assigned to by my Commander-in-Chief, and I shall be calling on Bahamians everywhere to join us as we move forward toward making the change that is needed in order to make the Bahamas our own once again. And never, never again shall our beloved country be the trampoline for F&M politicians who don't subscribe to our national mantra that this Bahamas, is our Thames. I wish now to talk to the people of South Andros. First, let me say that, in my view, South Andros will be in the win column for the PLP when the roll is called on general election night and Peter Christie forms the government of the Bahamas. South Andros, like so many before me, I too came to your bountiful shores, tasted of your kind and generous hospitality, and together we became friends. We are now family. So on behalf of my wife and our children, I would like to thank the people of South Andros. And I want them to know, and I want you all to know in South Andros, that it was a very difficult decision for me to remove myself from the pool of persons vying to become the representative for South Andros. But I cannot say no to my Commander-in-Chief, especially when he calls me to national purpose, such as he has now done. So in thanking you, the people of South Andros, for your overwhelming support over the last 6 months, I wish to ask you to join me in keeping the faith with Peter Christie as he begins to move resolutely on all fronts to form the next PLP government, a government to which South Andros, for historical reasons to our party, shall always remain near and dear to me.